Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Sugartooth. I am finally finished with the Roper's household and building that out. Basically, I'm gonna give you guys all the disclaimers from the very beginning. First off, you can see that I didn't show you the process of me building the actual house. And that is because, well, I am like a subpar builder. Yeah, I do build houses and I do share my houses on the gallery and stuff, but I wouldn't consider myself a natural builder. So like I can't just throw stuff up there and it just look aesthetically pleasing. I like to play around with different builds and styles of builds, so you can see throughout this process that I don't typically stick with one kind of style over another. It's more so I just mix everything together. So yeah, just to go back to what I was saying, I did build the house first because it was a pretty long process of really just trying to get things down functionally, and even still you can kind of see where stuff looks just a little off and kind of weird. So yeah, just embrace it. Just embrace my build, okay? That's that. The video here I'm showing you is just me showing you all the furnishing that I did in the house. So I created this particular style for this family to give them kind of a cozy feel in the house, but not so messy. So I do use some clutter here and there, like just a little bit though, because for this kind of family, I want it to be that they have a cozy house, but they're not necessarily messy, and they have nice things, but they're kind of like an average family with like a little bit more of an upscale flow to them. So you'll see around the house that I put some artwork, and they have pretty nice furniture. I did stick with like neutral tones a lot in this build because that's just my thing. Like I can't veer away from the neutral tones too much. For some reason, it just, I feel like it flows nicely within the household. And yeah, so that is that. And I gotta say, when I created this portion of the living room area where you see like the step up on the other side of the fireplace, that area is supposed to be for the toddler of this family. So it's kind of like a play area downstairs, so that while the family is hanging out downstairs, the toddler has a place to play and sit around and stuff, because I am not sure really yet how the functionality is going to play out for this when it comes to actually playing with the family. Although I've watched the streams and stuff, I wasn't really present in the streams. I was just kind of like watching, doing something else, coming back, looking at it, seeing different things, seeing other simmers post different things about what's in the pack and what's going to be in the pack. But honestly, for this particular pack, I was so excited that I just wanted to kind of wait until I actually played with a family myself, because I love the element of surprise. Like I don't want to already know all the things you can do in the pack before I play. I'm weird like that. I just prefer it that way. So when I do start playing my Let's Play series for this family, you will see that I am totally playing out of pure ignorance. Like I don't know exactly everything that we can do in this pack yet. So that is something I'm looking forward to. Another thing that I wanted to give a disclaimer about is how I have so many freaking packs that obviously there's a lot of different options to choose from as far as furniture, clutter, decorations, paints, floors, that I kind of get a little bit stuck in choosing things. And unfortunately, because of my perfectionism and OCD, it is the most difficult thing for me to make a room look not so matchy. Like everything just has to match, and I don't understand why I'm like that. Like that's just always been my thing. Like, you know, if I'm gonna put blues here in this room, I'm gonna stick with blues and other light colors around blues, and like other decorations that have blue tones in them or something like that. And then it just kind of goes down the rabbit hole. So as you can see, that the living room has a whole bunch of blues, and that's what I did. But then as we move throughout the house, you will see that I start using a few other colors, or at least trying to incorporate a few other colors. And I want to say, whose room was it? I want to say it was, honestly, hands down, my favorite room in this house has to be the baby's room, because it is just like flowing so nicely with the colors and with the style that I chose for that room. And it probably is my favorite too, because we just got a whole bunch of new stuff for babies. So it's like, you know how when you get new things to use in a pack and then you just start using those things when you decorate or furnish a house, and it becomes like one of your more favorite things to use because it's new? Well, that's probably why I feel that way about that room. But yeah, that's my favorite room so far. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I had a lot of indecisiveness when it came to different things I wanted to put in the house. I do usually have a few of my core favorite decorations, plants, furniture of course, and like palette colors, paints, and floors that I use typically in all the houses that I build. But this one I tried to go a little bit different than I normally do. And I actually liked it, and I think that my idea with the style of this house as we move through the Let's Play is that as the family grows, I think I want to do like different renovations for them. The baby's playing area, once the child isn't a baby anymore, and if they don't have any more children, I plan to kind of knock that wall down in the center where the fireplace is and just use that sectioned off area for some more couches, like a couch area, or even put a piano up there. I'm really not sure exactly what I would want to do with that part yet, but I think that as we move through the gameplay, then we can figure out, like based on the family and their interests, what we want to do with that portion of house right there. Another thing I did with this house, and I typically don't do a lot of, is I did some landscaping on the outside of the house, around the house, and I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out, because normally my landscaping is not that good. I put a lot of plants around the house, and then they have a little pond with some swans on the side of their house, so I wanted to make it a little nice. And basically I just feel like this house it's got the curb appeal that most of the builds that I had before don't have. So I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty difficult trying to get this house to look the way it did, or to look the way it does, because like I said, I am not the greatest builder, so that's why I really didn't want to show you guys the process of the build. That's simply because I am indecisive when it comes to choosing furniture and colors for things. Like, I just need that knack that I feel like most builders, like most of the Sims builders have, where you just see something and you know it's gonna look good. Like, I'll put something there and then I'll go, does that look okay? And then when I look at it for too long, I think to myself, no, that looks bad. But then, like, if I save and then walk away from it, come back like later or the next day, it actually looks right sometimes. So it's weird. It's like when you say a word over and over and over again until the word doesn't even make sense to you anymore. It's just like that. I think maybe I spend too much time on looking at what I'm doing, and it just kind of takes my creative space away from me. But yeah, so in the kitchen, I wanted to use a lot of lighter colors. I don't really like dark kitchens. This one in particular, I wasn't planning for it to turn out this way, where we couldn't fit a whole rounded table inside the kitchen with an island, but my sense of measurement when it comes to building is a little bit off. So I am happy that I still was able to fit a backyard in this build, and I believe this particular lot is is a 30 by 20. I wanted to give this family like an average size lot because I don't want to start them off with like being completely rich and ritzy. Like that's no fun sometimes, because when you play like having everything, it's like, all right, what are we working towards, right? So I really wanted to strive for an average kind of family, middle class family, with the style of cozy but also still very clean and nice. So yeah, back to the kitchen. So the kitchen, I tried to use like lighter tones, like green, earthy tones. It looks like something like it looks like some place where they can go in the morning and have breakfast. There's a breakfast table there and 2 chairs at the island, and then there's like a little coffee corner so that the parents can make their coffee when they wake up. And I didn't put a high chair in the kitchen because for some reason I just feel like, because that's such a tight space, I don't think that they're going to be able to actually utilize this table and chair area. But I did want there to be a table in the kitchen because that's just kind of traditional from my perspective, at least. And they may be able to use half of the table, and that's fine. But I didn't want to put the high chair in there because I feel like, you know, with how the functionality of this game works, when it's time to eat, I'm sure that they would probably put the toddler in the kitchen high chair and then everybody else will eat in the other room. And that's just how wonky this game acts sometimes, like with the Sims. Like they just do what they want. So I didn't want that to be a thing. And then for this other room on the end, so the idea of this is that the mom, she has a job where she gets to work from home. So in the final room that is beside the kitchen, that's going to be her home office. Now she works from home, and obviously naturally the toddler is going to be there home too with her. However, I didn't create her office in a way where she could keep the toddler inside the office, because I did create that area off to the side where the toddler can spend time out in the living room. And I just didn't want to make every space in the house seem like it was readily available just for the toddler. Whereas now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should have at least put one of those round rug play area things in her office for the toddler, because if she's working from home, let's be real, the toddler's in the other room. She's not gonna see the toddler, and that's actually bad parenting. So maybe I will add one later. We'll see when I get started. I want to see kind of how things are gonna play out, and then I'll decide from there. I think second to the toddler room, her office, the mom's office, is my favorite room, second to the toddler's room, because it also has like neutral tones, but it's cozy and it seems very clean and neat, but also a space where mom can just get her work done. I do love this office, and quite frankly, I would like to have an office like that too. It looks so nice. But yeah, I do apologize for how long it took me to upload this video, because it's been a crazy week. It took me probably 5 days to just get through building this house. First building it was a thing, and then furnishing it was crazy. It took me 5 days, and it's all because, like I said, the indecisiveness of where to put things, with colors, stuff like that. That's why for the most part when I play the game, I will be one of those people who goes on the gallery and just downloads a build that's already furnished, that's already built, because for me it's much easier to go inside and renovate things or just change a few colors around than to start completely from scratch. It's just so time consuming for me, because I just don't have a particular style that I'm going for, and there's so much crap that you can choose from. Now, let me just throw that disclaimer out there too, because I don't feel like we really do have a lot of stuff to choose from. But when I say there's so much crap, I mean like I feel like I'm sifting through literal crap to find the good stuff to actually use. So this new pack that we got came with a lot of nice furniture and decorations that I was really happy to get this time. But then it's like stuff that we have from the base game and from some of the other packs, I don't like that stuff. I mean, it's just not my style. But I do watch other simmers build sometimes, and I feel like they are so creative with the way that they use the stuff in the other packs that aren't that aesthetically pleasing, and I appreciate them for that because I guess I just don't have the patience to do it. And that's okay. I will continuously rely on the good builders to download their builds and use their builds for my gameplay. But for this particular family that I created, I just wanted to create everything myself. But yeah, I am excited to get started. So on the top floor, I did create a little loft area for them. This area, first I had in mind to use couches because it would be something like a comfortable area for the family to chill out together and maybe play some games. But then I realized how small the loft area is and thought to myself, well, let's not clutter it up. So a couch really does take up a lot of space. Even a love seat couch looks still cluttery. So I used 2 chairs from, if it's not from this new pack, then it's from another one that I just bought. And they're really cute. I like how they look like rocking chairs, and I'm wondering if they actually rock. So we'll see. And yeah, and then I just kind of like still added a TV to this area so that they can sit upstairs and watch TV if they don't want to be downstairs. Maybe it's them winding down after dinner and they're upstairs and it's before bed, but they don't want to go to bed yet and they just want to chill out. This is the area for that. If you notice, another thing I did with this house was I used the same flooring and the same paint in every single room. The reason why I kept it uniform like that is because I really wanted to give it a normalized house feel. So my fiance and I, we just got our house built a year ago, and one thing that I noticed when you're getting a house built, or even when you just go and buy a house, typically if you're getting it vanilla, like straight from build and no adds to it, it's going to be that every room is the same color, every floor is just about the same unless you're getting carpet, and everything is so uniform. So I kind of wanted to have that feeling in this house as well. And you'll see as we go through it that I will add stuff onto the walls. So like the paintings kind of fill it up a little bit, and the plants and the wall decorations and stuff. Now I did change, after going in and furnishing, I did change some rooms for paint because it just made sense. So for an example, you'll see that I did that with all the bathrooms because typically bathrooms have tile or something like tile in the bathroom area. And then I believe in the son's room, he gets an accent wall because it's like, you know, kids, they have stuff that you can put on the walls and everything, but it makes it a little bit more fun when you can give them a little bit more color in their room. So I really tried to stick with colors when it came to furnishing his room. So with the parents' room, I had a tough time with this one, and I think I did because I really wanted to give them a cozy and neutral tone bedroom that seemed kind of open, but also still like a place that they'd want to hang out. And I just don't think that I achieved that. Not with their room. Their room is still kind of under review for me because I don't love it. And you'll see me struggle in here with the colors and then of course the furniture. I think I was able to get a good set of matching tones for this room. But like I said, once again, that there goes me wanting to match everything, and I probably shouldn't, but I did kind of. But yeah, so you'll see. It also was kind of restrictive, I should say, on my behalf, that I know you guys see that CC in there. I have some CC items for decorations and furniture and different things that you can use in build buy mode, and I just totally did not use them here because I wanted to showcase this house as specifically with the stuff from the newest pack and all the other packs I have too, but I didn't want to restrict other users from being able to use anything that I put in this house because I definitely put it up in the gallery already. Anytime I do build something, I love sharing my work just because, you know, maybe since I like it, maybe somebody else likes it too. And I know how I feel when I download a really cool build from the gallery. I'm super and extra thankful that the builder created it. So I'm just hoping that that's the case when I upload stuff myself too. And I wouldn't want to restrict other users from being able to use the stuff that's in the house if they don't have it. So that's why I stayed away from the CC here. I also just recently uploaded the Roper family to the gallery as well. However, if you want to download them, you have to click on include CC when you're searching through my gallery, because for whatever reason I do use CC in on some of my Sims as well, but for this particular family I didn't use it. And I actually at first I did. I'm lying. At first I did. I used eyelashes on the mom, but like I said, when I usually create Sims, I will upload them to the gallery, and with the intention, me knowing that I was going to do that, I actually took all the eyelashes off of her outfits and tried to upload it again, and it said that it was modded. So for whatever reason, I think it's a bug, I'm not sure, because I checked thoroughly. I thoroughly checked and made sure that she didn't have any other CC on. I made sure that the dad didn't have any CC on, the kids didn't have any CC on, and for whatever reason it's still saying that the family is modded, and it's not. So when I uploaded it to the gallery, I actually put that in the notes so that people could see that there isn't anything that the family is wearing that you won't have unless you don't have a pack of the clothes or whatever they have on that they're wearing. But it's definitely got no CC on it. So when you go on there, if you want to download that family, just type in include CC so that all of that will come up, and then you can download it. But I will be adding those lashes back on her because I like lashes myself and I wear them. So I think that when the Sims have them and it's included, they look super nice with their lashes on. And I actually download a lot of my CC and my mods from CurseForge now because obviously, like, I want to download from safe sources. I cannot afford to have somebody just hacking my stuff anymore. So yeah, that's where I get a lot of my CC and my mods from. And like I said, I will be throwing those lashes back on her. So when I do my Let's Plays, you will see that she has lashes on. Another thing I like to do, which you probably could tell at some point, was that I like to use the cheat code bb.moveobjects because it just makes things look more naturally lived in. So if you're using like a chair or just kind of setting furniture or setting decor, you can see that, like, if you slightly turn it a certain way, it looks more natural. Like that's how someone would put the furniture there. I did increase the size of the toys that I'm placing on the shelves in the son's room, and that's because those toys are really small, but I did want to showcase some toys in his bedroom because that's kind of what kids' bedrooms looks like. So now, like 2 years ago, there was a way that I could rotate the furniture like almost to any direction I wanted to, but now for some reason I have no idea why this is the case, and it could be my keyboard, it could be my mouse, I'm not sure. If somebody knows, please let me know. But when I press and hold the Alt key to rotate the furniture, it only does it in like 40-degree angles, like so 40 or 90-degree angles. And it's frustrating because it's like when you're trying to set chairs to look like offset a little bit, and say maybe you have two chairs and you want to make them both look offset, when you press and hold the Alt key and then you're rotating the chair, it's fine for the one, but then when you rotate, let's say the next chair that you're going to sit next to the other one, it looks so perfectly positioned on rotate, and it's not like natural looking. So it's like, why am I even rotating this thing if it still looks like cookie cutter? You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. So so I've been having trouble with that aspect of using the BB dot move objects cheat, and I really haven't been able to figure that part out lately. So yeah, if anybody has any answers as to why that may be happening, or how I can just fix it and continue to rotate freely, please do let me know in the comments. I love this little Sasquatch stuffy that we got with this pack. I think it's so cool. And one thing in particular I really do enjoy about The Sims is that it includes like debatable taboo topics within the game. So obviously we have aliens and we have vampires and werewolves and stuff, but like Sasquatch or Bigfoot, that's something that lots of people still debate about today, and whether or not things like that are really real or exist. And I think it's kind of cool that they put a little Sasquatch stuffy in there. That's a nice little treat to have. For the outside of this house, I placed a few different seating areas, and it also actually includes a few different outdoor areas. So like you'll see up here on the second floor, there's a part where that you can come outside and sit or play Llama, and I actually think that game is called something else. You can sit outside and play the game, and then right below that seating area, there's a portion where right outside of the mom's home office, there's another seating area that you can go out and sit. Then obviously on the front portion of the house, there's a front porch, and I put a nice little seating area which had two rocking chairs. And you'll see in the backyard that I included the treehouse situation, because I did actually see that that's a thing that we can do in the game. So I'm super excited to do that with this family. And now we are on to what looks like the baby's room, and I absolutely adore this room. I'm so excited that we have changing tables now. That's something that I think that we've been asking for a long time, of course with a bunch of other things, but I am so glad that we have it. I do wish that we had strollers. Now, I don't know if I am putting my foot in my mouth right now because I'm not sure if this pack actually includes them, but I didn't see any, so I don't think that we have them. But if I discover that we have them while playing the game, I will be super excited. But as of right now, I think I'm wrong and that we don't have them. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. It is time for me to wake up my toddler. Yes, I am a mama. He is a joy. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wake up my toddler, and I will leave you to watch the rest of this video. I will catch you in the Let's Play, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. Thanks for hanging out.
You're the antidote. Losing sleep, I'm in too deep. No matter where I hide, you got me sleep deprived. Obsessed, I can't help myself. deep like an overdose. You're the antidote. Losing sleep, I'm in too deep. No matter where I hide, you got me sleep deprived. Like an overdose, you're the antidote. Losing sleep, I'm in too deep. No matter where I hide, you got me sleep deprived.